Hi, my name is Jessica Pierce, and I'm the CEO of Career Connectors, and we are so excited to bring some experts to the table today to talk about what's happening in the Phoenix area and the Southwest Valley. And so today I'd like to introduce you to Suzie Boyles. She is the Economic Development Manager with the City of Buckeye. Hi, Suzie. We also have Ken Chapa here today, and he is the Economic Development and Tourism Director for the City of Avondale. Hi, Ken.
Jessica, how you doing?
And then we also have Harry Paxton, who is the Deputy Director of Economic Development for the City of Goodyear. Welcome, you guys. So glad to have you here. So we are preparing for a career event. We're calling the Southwest Jobapalooza, where we have over 22 companies on September 17th that are actively hiring in your cities. And so let's start with just having you guys tell us a little bit about yourselves and what you do for the city. So Harry, why don't you kick us off?
Well, thank you. I'd be happy to tell you what I do. So I'm the Deputy Director, as you mentioned, for Economic Development. And primarily what I do is manage 5 project managers. And their job in real simple terms is to be a business recruiter for the city and also work with the existing businesses in the community on keeping them strong and helping them to grow and expand in our community as well.
That's great. So it's bringing businesses in and also helping them flourish when they're here and grow and based on what they need.
Exactly. Continuing to grow our community, to diversify our economy. And so the work is split up in several different areas, in which several of them are areas in our community that we're already strong in and we want to continue to grow. And there are areas that we certainly need to grow and diversify.
Awesome. Thank you, Harry. Suzie, how about you?
Yeah, sure. So thanks for having me. So again, I'm Suzie Boyles. I'm the Economic Development Manager here. I am one of 6 economic developers here in Buckeye. One of the things that I personally do is I do work on our attraction team. There's a few of us that do that, and that is, as Harry mentioned, it's bringing those new businesses and those new industries really to our cities. So just real quick, actually, if you aren't familiar with Buckeye specifically, we're the westernmost city in all of Maricopa County. We're also the fastest growing city in the entire country, which we're really excited about. And a fun fact actually about Buckeye is we're the largest city by land area in all of Arizona. So a couple fun facts really about Buckeye, and we're excited to be here.
Thank you. All right, Ken, how about you?
I didn't know that, Suzie, about the largest land size in Maricopa County. Or in Arizona. That's interesting. Ken Chapa, I'm the Economic Development and Tourism Director out here in Avondale. Right now, I manage a team of 8. We've doubled over the past 2 years that I've been here. Our focus primarily is on recruitment, but also but lately, due to all the things going on in the world, we've been enhancing our focus on our small business and our workforce development programs. Really trying to help those smaller businesses, those boutique businesses, and those entrepreneurs that are looking to enter the workforce. We recently brought in our destination marketing organization in-house. That's under our department as well. We've been very successful with that. We have a great team member that's leading that as well, as we try to recruit some more of those hotel room nights and really enhance and promote those events that make Avondale unique and really show people that there's some great stuff going on down here in the Southwest Valley.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you, Ken. So I've been in Arizona for 24 years and I've lived in the East Valley. And I remember years ago going out to the West Valley and just saying, if I am not on a beach by now, something's wrong because I should be in LA. And I'm telling you, things have changed over the last couple of years. Each of your cities have grown exponentially. You're bringing in industry and business. So, with the West Valley being on fire, why don't you guys talk to us a little bit about that growth? What industries do you see coming in? What kind of career opportunities might be available? Suzie, you want to start us off with this one?
Yeah, sure. So as you said, there's a tremendous amount of growth happening in the entire West Valley. So Buckeye is absolutely seeing that. And we're actually seeing growth in a variety of different industries. So industrial is a hot market right now. So Buckeye has about 10 million square feet of potential projects in the pipeline. And that's both user driven and speculative development. But for us, we're really seeing industries and companies in the areas of energy, with companies like Core Power that's going to be building their lithium-ion battery manufacturing facility here, distribution and logistics with new companies like Five Below and Funco. Actually, the building behind me is the Funco building, as well as advanced manufacturing. But because our city is growing so rapidly and we're adding so much in population, we're 107,000 in population today. We're projected to be over 186,000 by 2030. It provides us the opportunities to expand in other areas as well. So we're seeing a ton of new retail centers pop up and other services, but also healthcare. Earlier this year, Abrazo announced their new medical campus in Buckeye, and it's going to include medical office buildings, ambulatory services, and a brand new hospital. So a lot of opportunities are going on right now in Buckeye.
Oh, that's great. Thank you for that. Harry, what about you?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, there's a lot of great things happening in Buckeye, a lot of great things happening in all of our communities in the West Valley. It's a great time to be here, great opportunities for those that are looking for jobs. In our community last year, we announced over 3,500 new jobs. 82% of those were in the industrial sector. In fact, as you had mentioned, Suzie, we as well in the last couple of years have brought online either users or spec buildings over 10 million square feet of building space, and there's millions more planned this year. Recently, every 2 years, we do a survey of our citizens. And do they love to live in our community? They do. Over 95% of them said it's either good to an excellent community to live in. But our employers also love to come here. As they come here, they see great opportunities for that workforce in our community. So we're fortunate to have a diverse sector of companies coming. We've had data center companies come here in our industrial sector, a lot of advanced manufacturing, a significant amount of logistics as well. So the industrial sector is growing very fast, but also our medical sector is growing. We're fortunate to have some great medical assets in our community. They continue to grow. Abrazo West will be one of the companies involved in the job fair. So we're happy to have them. We've seen unique things happen in our community where you take an old theater, which generally sits there for a long time, and usually you tear down those spaces. But actually that was all converted to medical office and leased out by the time it was done and converted. So our medical office sector continues to grow. We're continuing to see interest as well in the office sector. And we're fortunate to have a new civic square or city center, our city hall being under construction. In addition to that, right next door to is 100,000 square feet. So we're seeing interest in several office users looking at that as well. So we're continuing to grow in several sectors. Our retail sector is growing as well. So there are many job opportunities. We have, I think out of the 5 or 6 different opportunities of industries, I think we're represented in 4 of them with companies that are participating in the job fair.
That's great. And so give us a little bit insight into where you're located when we say Southwest Valley. So we know Buckeye, you're way west.
Sure.
And then when you're coming, you come in a little bit more. And is that you guys at Goodyear?
Yeah, so Goodyear, real simply, we're along the I-10 corridor between the 303 and just east of our eastern boundary is the 101.
Okay.
So
awesome.
Real easy way to describe it, more north and south of I-10.
Okay, perfect. All right, Ken, talk to us a little bit about growth out there and kind of industries that are coming in.
So Avondale, we're around 50 square miles in our total planning area. We're right around 90,000 is population right now. That's been increasing exponentially over the past 10 years. Big sectors for us are going to be our healthcare corridor around this McDowell Road. You're going to be looking at Phoenix Children's Hospital, who's just expanded their campus at McDowell and Avondale. We have some new investments by Clear Sky Health, which is their first facility in Arizona, which chose Avondale. They do spine and brain rehab centers. ACOS Medical, huge. That's been a large investment by them. They have multi-use it's medical facilities, including a state-of-the-art cath lab, an urgent care, and some cardiology services there as well. And we're continuing to see those investments that happen just simply because healthcare businesses like to be around other healthcare businesses, and they found that success out here. We have a growing niche that we've recently identified out here in the sports medical therapy and sports medicine in general. So we're looking to explore that a little bit more. We think there's a great opportunity there for us in the long term. And let's also not forget about the unique industrial segment that has recently hit Avondale. I think we have a couple of them participating in this job fair as well. One great example is 1.1. They came to us from the Bay Area. They recently invested in Avondale. It's vertical farming. They produce it's leafy greens. I think they're going to be doing tomatoes here pretty soon as well. They use an incredible technology, which is very, very thoughtful and very, very innovative in our current conditions, especially with our consciousness around water. So it's around water and it's saving our water, its resources. They can grow the same yield as a large kale farm using about 2% of the water. So it's great technology. We also have Photocentric that recently located in Avondale. They're based out of the UK. Their US headquarters is now in Avondale, and they are an industrial 3D printing company. They specialize in stamps for scrapbooking, but they're expanding into dentures and eyeglasses and all kinds of different methods. Really cutting edge stuff. Great facility, and they use a proprietary resin technology. That's a lot of fun as well. We have a great relationship with Phoenix Raceway and NASCAR. We get 2 NASCAR races here a year. During those 2 weeks, the population in Avondale nearly doubles. So we see quite a bit of excitement around that, and we're very privileged to have that. It's the first time it's left Homestead, Florida, in almost 15 years, I believe. We've had it, and it's going to be 3 years in a row now. So we're really excited to have those championship races. We also have lots of those entry level or just those service level and those hospitality jobs that are coming online too. We've seen a surge in those in hospitality investments in Avondale. We just opened it. It's a Home to Suites here up I-10 and 107th Avenue. We continue to build upon that. We have Barrio Queen out here as well. So people that are looking to take advantage of those sectors and to move ahead in those jobs, lots of opportunities out here for them.
Yeah, I'd love to hear that you guys have some headquarters coming to your cities. It's always a good thing when we hear headquarters are going to be located in your city. Okay, so let's talk about why did you choose to be part of this event on February 17th, and kind of what excites you about it? Why did you decide to be involved? So Ken, let's start with you this time. Why are you guys involved in this event we're doing?
Well, it's a great way to identify and continue to nurse that labor shed. It's that labor pipeline here in the Southwest Valley. There's a lot of growing companies. We're growing at a breakneck speed right now, and they're looking for people. They're looking for people to be successful. They're looking for people to help them achieve their individual business goals. And I think this job market right now provides a lot of capacity for any eager job seeker to find a great job, especially for those West Valley residents that are tired of commuting all the way across the valley or into Central Phoenix to find something a little bit closer to home. It's like you. I spent most of my life in Phoenix and the East Valley. After coming back to Arizona in the past couple of years, I've just been awed by the amount of investment and the amount of expansion in the West Valley. And there's really some great things out there for anybody that's interested.
Awesome, thank you. Suzie, what about you? Why did you guys decide to be involved in this event?
Sure. So much like Ken had said, it's that opportunity, right? So Buckeye, we actually export almost 90% of our residents today for work. So our residents are leaving our community, they're getting on I-10 and they're driving kind of, eastward for whether Phoenix or even the East Valley. And so for us, this really provides us that opportunity to bring those workers back home, right? Provide those opportunities for them to work closer to home, improve their quality of life, and all of those things. And I think this event also really is important for us I think it shows, the Southwest Valley, we're collaborative. Obviously, all three of our cities, we're pulling together, we're doing this together because we recognize that the success of all of our businesses is the success for everyone. And, you know, Harry and I share a border with Buckeye and Goodyear. And so, you know, my residents driving to Goodyear or his residents driving to Buckeye for work is much better than our collective residents leaving and going all the way to the East Valley for work. So I think it really just shows that regional collaboration as well. And this platform allows us as cities to partner with our businesses and get the word out. A lot of our residents don't know that these businesses are here and that there are opportunities. And so I think creating that awareness is really just one of the reasons why we wanted to participate. So.
Oh, that's fantastic. I remember when we did a healthcare face-to-face event, and a nurse that was there actually got a job offer on site at that event. And as she was leaving, it was a West Valley event. As she was leaving, I got to capture her on a video and ask her a couple questions. And she is literally crying because by getting this position, it saved her 2 hours a day, an hour going into work, an hour coming home. And she goes, "You have no idea what this will do to my life. It completely changes my life." And so we want people working in the communities in which they live. It just helps the whole community. Thank you, Suzie. Harry, how about you? Why are you guys going to be involved in this event on the 17th?
You know, if you look at the Phoenix Valley is very fortunate in that, you know, it's one of the top labor markets in the country. And companies know that. The companies that Ken's talked about, the Suzie's talked about, the companies that are located in Goodyear, from Microsoft to most recently Meyer Burger, who makes solar panels, to Fairlife and Ball Corporation, Anderson Corporation. All those companies are world-class companies, and they're looking for employees and high-quality employees. And, you know, we're fortunate that we're in that market, but we also want to make sure we serve those companies and keep them happy. One of the things that really helps us when companies come to town and look at our community is being able to put them in front of companies like that and have them talk to the companies. So we want to work with those companies, make sure they have great experiences here. It helps us with those existing companies that are here, and it helps us in recruiting other companies when they come to town and want to talk to our employers and find out what it's like to find a workforce. And every time, you know, they learn that there's an excellent workforce here. And so we want to keep that going. Opportunities like this really help, and they're really needed for our companies, especially today when the labor market's tight and there's some challenges, but also it helps, as Suzie was saying, helps awareness and helps everyone know and realize the opportunities that exist here. Our community, much like Suzie, 92% of our citizens get on I-10 every day, and just about all of them are going east and going to the central part of the Phoenix Valley. And we want them obviously to stay in our community and see those opportunities. And they love it because it obviously adds to their quality of life.
Absolutely. I always talk about over the last 5 years or so, how fantastic all the economic developers have done in Arizona and the Phoenix area specifically. I'm like, all of us workforce people have to try and catch up and make sure you're getting the talent, and we're figuring out creative ways to work with people so they can get in front of your company. So awesome. All right, one last question, you guys. This conversation is in prep for the February 17th event. So can you give one tip that you could give to people that are going to attend the event? What is one tip for that they can take away from this? Ken, why don't you start us off?
One tip is just come ready to sell yourself. I mean, you're going to be in front of some great companies out here. The Southwest Valley, as we've said, as my colleagues here have also said, there's a lot of really cool positions open in the Southwest Valley right now that I think that's a testament to all the growth that's going on out here, just in general, the great strides that Arizona's made over the past 15 years. So lots of different of entry level, management level, all levels come in. It's be ready to talk and be ready to it's to sell yourself.
Awesome. Harry, what about you?
You know, constantly we're on these kind of virtual meetings, and I've certainly learned some things over time and had some experiences interviewing people. I would think that one of the things that potential candidates want to do to make sure that they're comfortable is to log on early, test things out, make sure everything looks good, make sure your background looks good on the camera, maybe not a virtual backgrounds. I've seen those at times that don't really lend themselves well. Look at the lighting, make sure the lighting works well. I've had interviews before where I've interviewed people and we're looking, okay, where are they at? It's hard to see them, So I think all those things will put you in the best light and then also make you comfortable, and so you can present your best self as you interview.
Absolutely. Thank you. And Suzie, what kind of tips do you have?
I would agree with what's been said by Ken and Harry, all of that. And I would just say, come and attend. Get to know these businesses. We've got some fun brands. We've got some great companies. They have great cultures, and they can provide you a really great work environment. And so there's so much activity and there's so much new opportunity happening in the West Valley and in the Southwest Valley specifically, that I would just say show up. You never know what you're going to find. You may fall in love with a company and, just want to work there. And so I would just say, above all, come and check it out. See what these companies are all about.
Yeah, I love it. We always encourage everyone to go to every single company and just touch base with them, because it's all about relationship building. It's all about networking. And so this event is specifically featuring, you guys talked about all the industries: manufacturing, distribution, healthcare and medical, information technology, and construction. We're going to have companies, but in those sectors and industries at this event on September 7th. I keep saying September. So on February 17th and 2022. So we are excited to have them all here. Thank you so much for being part of this. Thank you for bringing your teams to be part of this and work with all the employers. And we appreciate you guys today. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you.